quick turnaround. How's the preparations going, and what was the week like preparing for one game with essentially one group and another game with another?
Yeah, we obviously planned and prepared it well. So ultimately, the players who didn't travel have had a similar load actually to the players who did through training, also with an extra day's rest. So yeah, it was good for the lads who played to get some minutes. Obviously not the result we wanted, but another 90 minutes for a lot of players, so pleased with that.
Did you look at that game Wednesday or Tuesday? Do you second guess yourself at all with personnel and holding guys out or anything?
Yeah, I think you have to make decisions, and I said it before. Obviously once the tie was made, I was confused as why we didn't go for a home tie, and we got what we deserved. Ultimately playing at a university on a terrible pitch. So once that was the case, then I was never going to risk getting me starting team, and it was I made it into another opportunity for the younger players to get some minutes.
Who it was a group that hadn't played together necessarily. A couple new guys to the team, plus Brendan coming back in. Were you satisfied with the chemistry?
I don't think we were great. To be honest, I thought Brendan done okay, but I think it was a good learning curve for some of the younger players as well, because I think I just think Red Bulls were a little bit more streetwise than us, because there wasn't much really in the game. That we didn't cause them any problems really at goal, but actually there weren't too much in the game, but I think they were just a little bit more streetwise.
Brian, you want to go ahead? Some Zoom questions?
Yep. We'll start with Dave.
Hey, Wayne, how you doing?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Hey, fine margins. Very easily could have won that game in Cincinnati. We're 12 games in. What are you learning about this team, because it's now getting into a critical stretch? Your team.
Yeah. No, I think we played quite well, I think, against Cincinnati, and it was unfortunate with the result, and we gave away two really sloppy goals from our point of view, and that has cost us. They've had two moments which has won the game, but I was pleased with the control we had in the game after 20-25 minutes. So yeah, it's frustrating when we come away with the loss, but I think again it's positive signs for us.
And also just you're always trying to grow and get better. Is there anything you can share with us? You're saying, you know what, I want this group to do more of this or more of that, or is there anything on your checklist?
Yeah, we have to be more ruthless, because I think in Cincinnati we created some good chances, and we have to be more ruthless if we want to win more games of football, and we need to take some of the chances, a lot more of the chances we're creating, because we are creating chances, and we haven't been ruthless enough. So I think that's a challenge for the attacking players.
When you mentioned, just to follow up, ruthless, is that you sense sometimes players are too tentative, or how? Maybe it's a stupid question. How do you go about being more ruthless?
Yeah, it's something which obviously we can work on, and maybe just having a bit more composure in the penalty area. Getting more shots off a goal. I don't think we shoot nowhere near enough from outside the box or inside the box. So it's been some players being a bit more selfish. I think that's what we need to try and score more goals to help us win games.
Next, we'll go to Bruce.
Hey, Wayne, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Hey, just put my other question aside for a second. Going back to the ruthless bit, would that be kind of the taxi situation where he was trying to square it back to Benteke at the back post when he could have maybe slotted it, or is that something? And he looks at that, and you guys kind of go through that, and look at it as a team or as an individual or as a position coach, whatever needs to happen. But is that kind of what we're talking about?
No, I think you have to make a decision when you're shooting or you're passing to a teammate, whatever you feel is the right option, of course. But I think we've had some really good chances over the last all season. Really, we've had some really good chances, and we haven't taken some chances which have to be goals ultimately. So I think if we start taking more of these chances we're creating, then of course we'll pick up more points, and it's on the players. But in terms of being ruthless, I mean about getting your shots off, in the round the penalty area, not trying to overplay and making sure we actually try and make the keeper work a little bit more.
I got you. Okay, and then quickly, from where we sat the other night, you guys played really well, and you were in the game. And Cincinnati is certainly a team that is at the top of the East. Does the team feel that they can just step out on the field with people now? Because it looks to me like it's a lot more organized, and the team has a lot more confidence, and just a little bit unlucky, to be fair, as you said.
Yeah, I think the team is growing with every game, and we are causing teams problems with how we're playing, with the shape and with the patterns of play which we're putting into place. So we're causing teams big problems. So it's something we obviously have to continue to do, and then get both ends of the pitch right, because I think in the main we're playing some really good stuff, and we are hard to beat. We're always in games. So as I said, we need to score more goals and make sure we don't give goals away like we did on Saturday.
Great, thanks, Wayne.
Thank you.
Next, we'll go to Harry.
Hi Wayne, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Nice one. I've got a bit of a random one for you today. I'm not sure if you've seen, but Stormzy will manage England at this year's Soccer Aid. And when asked if he could manage any player, he said he would manage you. He said it would be an honour. I just wanted to see what your take on that was, and any temptation to lace up boots for England again in a completely different context, it must be said.
No, listen, Soccer Aid is something which is very close to my heart as well, and I've managed the team in that, I've played in it, and it raises a lot of money for great causes. So, but obviously I'll be working this year, so maybe when I've got some free time in the future, then I'll put my boots back on to help raise money for charity.
Definitely. And he's obviously a massive fan of your footballing ability, but you a fan of Stormzy's music at all?
Yeah, I love it. I think he's a great artist, and he's made some really good music, and so I really enjoy his music.
Fantastic. And you're obviously, as you say, pretty tied up over here managing a football team, so you're quite busy. But if you were to give him any message as a manager, what would you say to him?
I don't know. I know it's actually quite tough, because the teams are mixed, and it's a very tough job to do. So just enjoy it. It's all about raising money for charity, so enjoy the occasion.
Thanks, Wayne. I'll let you get back to the serious stuff. Cheers.
Thank you.
Next, we'll go back to Dave.
That is serious stuff, because Wayne, you've been so generous with your time, and again, so many people appreciate that. Could you give us your take on what we should be talking about in terms of Nashville this weekend?
Yeah, I think that they're having a good season, and they're a good team. They're not really a possession-based team. They're quite direct and try and turn you and pick up second ball. So we know it's going to be a very difficult game. Like all games are, to be fair, but it's going to be a very difficult game. They're almost a New York Red Bull type of team, but probably with a bit more quality. So we have to be ready for the battle, because we need to win the battle first, and then try and implement our game plan on them to try and win the game.
Then we'll end it with Bruce.
Oh, sorry, I'm good. Thanks.
One more from Steve. Steve, go ahead.
Injury situation?
Pedro is still out. Steve Birnbaum is still out. Andy is still out. And then other than that, everyone else is available. Ted, yeah. Ted's trained today, so he should be available.
Have you gotten, or has the team gotten any word from Sweden? What's going on over there?
With Mo,
Yeah.
I think we're expecting him back at some point next week, so that'll be good for us. But he's still obviously injured, so he'll have to go through his rehab to get back fit.
Have you spoken to him?
Yeah, so it's a private situation, obviously. I'm sure when he wants to speak up on the event, then he will in his own time.
Okay, good.
Thank you.